Hi everyone, this is Snowly. The last week I've been watching a couple of Applesoldiers videos about price comparison on the iMac i7 versus a custom built i7 PC. I thought I'd reply to that and then some. First of all, we can go through the specs of my rig. I guess we all know what the iMac comes with and the price. And first, we can go through the pros and the cons of iMac. The first pro is all-in-one. All the components are built into the monitor. You have one unit. You just put that on your desktop and you're good to go. Another pro is it has a very, very good LCD display. Actually, I don't think many of the LCD monitors you can buy is able to match the size and the LED backlit IPS panel of the iMac. Another pro is, of course, very little cable clutter. If you have a wireless network and you use the wireless mouse and keyboard, you have one wire or cable running to your iMac, and that's the power cable. It will probably take some time before they can take that away. And of course, the last pro is that it's pre-built. You get it, you unpack it, you plug in the power cord, you turn it on, and it plays. The cons are all-in-one. Well, how can that be a con when it's a pro? Basically it is, let's say something fails in your iMac, your graphics card, your optical drive, your hard drive, or whatever. You would have to send in the entire computer to Apple or wherever you bought it. And if it takes a week to fix it, you might be without a computer for a whole week, unless they lend you a MacBook or something like that. I don't know. And another con about the iMac is low upgradability. You can upgrade memory, you can upgrade the hard drive. I'm not sure if you can upgrade the CPU. It's been said that it's a desktop CPU. If it's not soldered to the motherboard, you might be able to change it. And also, I think I read something about Apple using graphics card that you could change. That would seem logical, since you can buy different graphics cards for the iMacs. I guess they don't have a one type of motherboard with this GPU and one type of motherboard with that GPU. I guess they have one type of motherboard and they just slam in the GPU that you buy. So I guess you probably could change it, but I'm not sure. Then we go to the rig I made. I was on newegg.com. Saw through the list of components, put together a decent build, I think. I mean, I didn't choose the cheapest components. Could have gone way cheaper than this, but I wanted to make something that had a little oomph in it. I mean, some juice. So first of all, it's a Gigabyte motherboard. It has a 1366 socket on it. And the reason I chose that instead of 1156 is because I wanted to use the i7 920. And why would I use the 920 when the iMac has 860? Well, the price of the 860 and the 920 is practically identical. But the 920 supports triple channel memory, and it also supports 2 graphics cards in SLI or Crossfire. So for those who like gaming, I'm not actually one of them, this would be a better choice than 860 for a custom rig. Chose 6 gigs of RAM, a Seagate 1TB drive, and when it comes to the monitor, I didn't look very long for a monitor. I mean, from what I've seen earlier, I just bought a new monitor and I don't know about a 27-inch with IPS and LED backlit. I know Dell has a 27-inch VA panel, and HP and all those, they don't have a monitor that can actually match the 27-inch display on the iMac. So I took the closest one, and it was a Dell, the same monitor that I have myself. It is a 24-inch, but it has IPS, so it somehow matches the iMac. The casing I chose is Lian Li. It's a beautiful case. It's available in black and silver. It's aluminum. It's silent. It has two or three 12-centimeter fans. It comes with it. It has space for 6 hard drives and 5 optical drives. And actually, if you want more hard drives, you can buy some sort of bracket that fits into a 5.25-inch base and allows you to put 3 hard drives in that space. The power supply is a 650 watt. Chose a Sony 24-speed DVD burner, D-Link wireless card, Radeon 4850, Logitech desktop speakers. Since the motherboard doesn't have FireWire 800, it has FireWire 400. I chose PCI card for FireWire 800. Logitech webcam with microphone, and also Magic Mouse and Apple wireless keyboard. The main reason I chose them is that Applesoldier, in his video, he was holding up his Apple wireless keyboard and say, if you build a custom i7, you can't have this, and he holds up his keyboard. Well, I got news for you, Applesoldier. If you have $69, you can have it, even if you run a custom PC. I also included a USB Bluetooth dongle, and since the iMac comes with the operating system, it's only fair to put in some kind of operating system on the custom rig. This is, I chose the Windows 7 Home 64-bit. And as you can see, the price is $2,357 plus shipping. Lot of the items on Newegg has free shipping, and some of them even come with a rebate card you can send in and get refunds for different components. I did not factor them in, so the total price might actually be a little bit lower, but anyways, it's gonna be at least as expensive or more expensive than the iMac. The pros with this rig would be very good upgradability. You would have a very good range of customization you can do. Let's say you want 2 optical drives, no problem. You want 3 hard drives in RAID 5, no problem. The motherboard has a RAID controller. You can also use software RAID, of course. What if you want a different graphics card instead of buying the 4850, which is, well, for hardcore gamers, that probably isn't gonna cut it. So you could put in something beefier. And of course, you can change speakers, you can change everything on that rig, even the power supply. If you want a cheaper power supply, more expensive power supply, you choose what you want. You don't have any limitations on what you put in, except your wallet, of course. The cons of this custom build is more cable clutter. One power cord just isn't enough. You will need power cord to monitor to the PC. You would need a DVI cable. You would need some USB cables to your webcam and all that. So you will have more cables. But I got good news. Unless you're really allergic to cables, you actually will survive owning this custom PC. You will not be harmed. Another con is, of course, that the monitor is not as big, and it doesn't have LED backlight. And the third con is, of course, you would have to build the PC yourself, or you have to pay someone to build it for you. So that's, I think I'm running out of time, so this was part 1. Please follow over to part 2. I will go through the specifications and compare the systems towards each other.